Hello and welcome to Bell Curve Gaming. Today I'm bringing you a Noivern Xurkitree deck built around this Parasect with the Panic Spores ability, which allows us to put 2 damage counters onto our opponent's confused Pokemon in between turns. So we are very much a confusion based deck with 2 main attackers. We've got a basic attacker here with the Xurkitree, which I find is absolutely essential here because we need to try and get as much damage on the board as early as possible. So we need basic attackers right through the match. So Xurkitree, 1 Lightning Energy, Dazzle Blast, 20 base damage, leaves our opponent's Pokemon confused, but of course, because it's lightning, we got tricks with the lightning Pokemon, with the Electro Powers, which ramps up our damage, and we also have Speed Energy, which just allows us to churn through the deck to try and get ourselves set up, because we really desperately need to try and get as many Parases on the board from turn 1, because if we don't, we just don't ramp up quickly enough with the, ramp in HP of Pokemon and all the healing and switching that's available to our opponent's decks. If we can't get at least 2 Parases on the board turn 1, we are in a lot of trouble. So we need as much help as we can try and churn through our deck and find a couple of Parases. But one thing we're building around as well is the Noivern, and this is where I actually started with this deck idea. So the Noivern, it's got the Supersonic attack, which is basically the same attack, does 20 base damage, leaves our opponent's Pokemon confused. The only downside is it's not a lightning Pokemon, so we can't pair it with Electro Power, but we do like the Resonance attack. So it does 70 base damage, an extra 70 damage if our opponent's Pokemon is confused. So suddenly it's a 140 slap, and of course if you've got 2 or 3 Parasects on the board, suddenly 3's ramping up to 200 on the way to our opponent's turn, and they've got to do something to get out of the attack. What we really like about this as well is it can be paid with 1 energy cost, because it's a 3 colorless energy to attack, and we've got triple colorless energy in the format, so we can pay it with just 1 energy attachment, which is absolutely huge. The rest of the deck is really about trying to get set up as quickly as possible. So we are running a Dead-A because I'm finding that we do brick up from time to time, and Dead-A is just super important to save us at various stages of the match. But the rest of the deck is just trying to find, we're running 2 netballs for the sole purpose of giving us extra options to find Parases on the first turn. Got 4 quick balls just for setup as well. We've got Pokecoms to try and churn through. Pokecoms works quite nicely with Turffield Stadium as well, because this can go and find Parasects. We're trying to get 3 of them on the board as a general rule, but this can go and fetch us a Parasect, and then Pokecoms can go and fetch us what we need. So, it's got further uses down the line as well. And we can also use Netball in combination with Pokecoms as well, just getting that 4th Paras out of the deck as well. So there's ways to do that through the match, and we've got a couple of Evo Incense to go and chase down our evolutions. We are running 2 Earring Bell at this stage. I'm thinking about cutting this down to a 1-of, so do check the description down if you want to see where I sort of leave this deck at. I'm still playing around with it a little bit, so I'm thinking this might go down to a 1-of. I'm even actually thinking of Triple Acceleration, dropping that down to a 2-of, and you might see why as we start playing through matches as well. We do have Koga's Trap as well, which is just another way to get our opponent's Pokemon confused, because this can save us from time to time, in that we might be able to Koga's Trap and use Resonance with Noivern to slap really hard and hopefully try and get a KO or, save a match in that way. So the only thing that has recently been removed is Boss's Orders. I've dropped that because I'll get in some games while we're loading up, but I've dropped that because I just found that we're not really ever in the luxury too often that we can just play a Boss's Orders. It's not something we're playing in the early game for sure, so it's only a late game card, and we've got to get to the late game, and if we can't ramp up damage quickly enough with getting enough Parases on the board and things like that, Boss's Orders just never really felt that good in the deck. So we haven't got any gusting at the moment, so whether I go for a different gusting option or not, I don't know. But this is where I'm at with the deck, and I might, make some slight adjustments as we go through these games as well, because I'm just slowly refining it. But I thought, let's give recording this. So this is a problem. This is the sort of hands that we can be in a lot of trouble with. Because as you can see here, we've got nothing that we can play. We've got a Paras, so we've got a Confusion deck back. Oh, Butterfree. That's unfortunate. So Turffield's really bad for us here. It's got the retreat play. Oh, he's got his own Turffield. So we've got a real big problem in that we're KO'd first turn. And are we going to be as efficient as our opponent? I feel like we're probably not. Oh, I feel like we have to run that play just to give ourselves a chance. It feels so bad doing it, but oh well. Cynthia out. We need to find Parises and fast. We've got a Paris. We can get a second Paris down. Do we want to quick pull it all? Probably not. I feel like... I say not quick pull. We want to get dead A. Is what I was thinking with the probably not. I think we just prioritize getting a second Paris down. And then we'll grab out a Parasect from here. And go from there. So this certainly is a matchup that I haven't actually played against. Ever, I don't think. I know I enjoyed... I really had a lot of fun with this deck when I played it. It's an absolute blast to play. Sonya is an interesting choice. 2 base Pokemon, 2 basic energies, so you've got the energy. Getting Parises down. So it's going to confuse, burn, and poison me, which is really an issue. And it's got cheap effective retreat. So we'll get our Parasects down. We have to be attacking this turn. I'm nearly actually tempted to switch and retreat off of the Noibat. But having said that, he's one attack off of KOing me. No matter what, playing that way. But if I Cynthia and I miss my Noivern, I'm done for. Oh, it feels so bad. We'll go this way. It's just, I need to guarantee the attack here. And it feels so bad doing it this way. Don't want to E-power, so what am I hitting? 20, which is 60 on the way there. We do need to E-power. Oh, hang on, that's only 40 on the way back. That's unfortunate. Didn't quite do the maths right. So we can twin onto here. Noibat down. He's got the switch, that's unfortunate. Getting the first Parasect down. Ah, the research. I was really hoping he was bricked. He's got the second switch. So he gets the first KO, which gives him a massive advantage in this match. Huge advantage. Because he's going to be able to just pull out Butterfrees at, you know, completely at will. It's a pity I don't have 10 more HP. How much would 10 more HP? Like 140 versus 120 HPs. With all my Pokemon. So we've got to go with the Cynthia play. Okay, so... I think we go and get Xurkitree. Do we need to Dead A change this turn? So I can use both Pokecoms. I think we do go with the Dead A change. Because we can get another Paris down. Then Dead A change his hand. And we're running with 3 Parasects. Yeah, okay, that's how we're going to play it. So go and get a Paris. Oh, hang on. Oh, Just realised I needed to kind of guarantee my Noivern. Oh well, we've got plenty of Noiverns and we've got a couple of Evos and other Pokecoms. Got plenty of ways into another Noivern. Good. Only a Koga's. That feels so bad. We could be in a bit of strife here. We do get a prize card. Thankfully. Speed NG out, so that allows me to attack next turn, so that's good. Possibly should have thinned something from the deck. Oh, Koga's is unfortunate. And he gave up. Are you serious? I thought that was going to be a really good match. I can't believe he gave up that quickly. I really can't believe he gave up that quickly. Oh well. GG's. That's the only downside of the PTCGO. At times. Really thought we were in a great match there that could have gone either way. And I still think he had a bit of an advantage. But you've seen the premises of the deck there. We didn't actually slap hard with the Noivern. But you've seen the Xurkitree in action. And the Noivern, you know, being able to do the same thing as what Xurkitree can do. But I suppose we were going to take the lead in that previous game, weren't we? Because I don't think he had the KO on me. And we could get out of the active on that turn if we needed to. Is there any reason to not drop Noibat? I don't know. Got Mr. Mime. I haven't even... So it's only damage done. So it will block out my normal attacks. But won't drop out my Parises. So I'm thinking that what we're looking at here is grab a Paris. Grab a second Paris. I feel like this is not getting any KOs this turn, but there could be other things that could. We'll use this right now. Drop Paris. So I don't want to drop the stadium down because I kind of want to see him play a stadium and then override that. Otherwise I would have kept... Like, if I thought this Noibat was going to go down, I would have Pokecoms the Parasect and dropped the stadium instead and gone about it that way. Oh, we can play around these, which is nice. That's not nice. And, you know, had a second Noibat down. That was the idea. We're not going to see a stadium, unfortunately, so we should have gone the other way. Oh, well. We'll drop this, grab ourselves Parasect out. I didn't really know what I was up against, so I was just trying to bait out a stadium. Oh, we don't have an attack this turn. That's really unfortunate. We could Destructive Sound him. Do we Destructive Sound him? What's this guy actually do? Break down. For each card in your opponent's hand, put 1 damage on the active Pokemon. Okay, so we're going to play some stuff here. Destructive Sound. Alright, he's got red and blue. And he's going to evolve this and red and blue it. It's unfortunate. I do need to find something on this next turn. Is 2 Parises enough? Am I dropping down a Xurkitree and running just 2 Parises to begin with? I think I am, to be honest. Why weren't you here last turn? We'll pull out ourselves Noivern. And Am I doing this? I think I am. There's no reason not to. The only problem is the breakdown is going to hurt me a fair bit. Because I'm not going to be able to thin the hand really well. Well, unlikely to be able to. So 7 damage counters onto this guy, puts it at 100. I need the third Paris because it's healing 20 every single time. And right now, 70, whilst it leaves it confused. Stuff it. Let's go this way. I feel like this is the wrong move, but we'll do it. I don't have any more stadiums either, which is a bit sad. This feels bad as well. We can burn the netball. We can burn further with the quick ball. We are going to burn this netball. Do I want to bring Paris in? Not really. Got to be careful how many cards I've got. I feel like switching to the Xurkitree is better here, to be honest. Because it leaves me a Noivern for later. Puts me at 120 HP as well. And I can hit 50 with the Xurkitree. Yeah, the Xurkitree is by far better. I'll draw Paris in. Stuff it. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're also bricked, potentially. I need to leave that quick ball, just in case. We're just going to Dazzle Blast just the moment. Hit 50. Let that damage start ramping on. So he's going to heal 20. It drops it to 70. Goes to 110. Yeah, and that's enough. Just. Vanilla. So yeah, I think we're there. That's unfortunate. But yeah, we just don't attack here. He doesn't get the damage counter spread. And it's sort of over to him at the minute, so we've got nothing else that we can chuck there. I think we'll just Xurkitree down. Sorry, just chuck this down Xurkitree. We'll earringing Bell to our Xurkitree here. So if he does attack, or if he can get an attack off, he's going to be a little bit confused. And we'll just sit and wait. So we've got him bricked. So this is when I attack, isn't it? What's interesting here is if he did attack, he would get confused. HNG attached to opponent's Pokemon. So it does 30? Is that right? No, it does 60 for each NG attached. No, it does 70. So I attack into this no matter what. That's what that tells me. Attack into this no matter what. I think we chuck this down. Yeah, it seems fine. Honestly, I kind of got what I need in hand just a minute. We'll just get him confused. Take the 20 damage. And we don't really need to attack just a minute. And if he does flip heads here, yes, he gets the KO, but we're not attacking here. And I don't mind seeing a Koga's, that's fine. So he's going to run a watch over, get it back to 40. Oh, I'm poisoned. I do need to switch out of this. Which we'll do. We'll do. So we'll run a Tate and Liza switch here. Get to this Xurkitree. Just so we're not taking too much damage. 80, 100. I want to do some maths here. So it's 140 over to him. 120. So he puts him to 160 on the way back. Which means I don't need to attack. If I don't attack, it's 120 on the way over. So it's 100. Then it's 140, 180. So I don't need to attack here. So we just pass it over. Let the damage build. Because if I attack in, I'm just taking 20 to the face for no real benefit. The pressure's on my opponent right now to make something happen while he's bricked. Now he's got to realise he's... Yeah. So he's just lost his Indie V. We could nearly just draw us a bit more. Yeah, which we will. Alright. So unfortunately our opponent bricked there. But we got ourselves in a real nice position. I'm still thinking that that ear-ringing bell feels better as a one-of. Like, it feels great in the right circumstances, but it's also a waste of time in the wrong. So we'll go first here. Hopefully we can get some Parises down. We've got one Paris down. One Paris doesn't feel like it's enough. Two Parises down, so that feels a little bit better. So we'll grab ourselves Paris here. Get ourselves another Paris. And pass it over. Wow. I don't want to throw away triples. I know we could, like, that probably gives us the best chance of winning straight away, but equally I don't want to throw away triples. So we'll chuck this here. We do have the KO, don't we? Pretty sure we do. No, we don't. We don't quite. Yeah, it's unlucky. Alright, well, we'll just have to chuck Noivern down like this. We'll chuck Ear-Ringing Bell to him as well. So if he gets attacked, we've got that down. We don't have a secondary attacker, which is a bit nerve-wracking. We'll chuck a Supersonic down. He's going to have to play something now. He's got the candy straight to a Porygon, said. So he's able to Crazy Code straight into a Tantrum, which is a bit unfortunate. Got the switch in hand, but we're going to have to take an Eliza. We need to find Xurkitree now. So this leaves him confused anyway, so it's a good attack. We don't punish him for the confusion on this turn, because we didn't get any Parasects down at all last one. So this is a research. Probably should have researched last turn. This ain't great. This has to be a Dead A change, doesn't it? What does it? Do we just... I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll use this just to comms out a Xurkitree. So we've got it out. And then leave it like that. If he's got my Paris, he's got my Paris. It's got Cottony. Alright, so it is the type of deck that I thought it was. The sheep deck. I can't think of what it's called right now. I need to be able to like take advantage of such a poor start. I just haven't been able to. I could pull out Parasect, drop triple acceleration, take the pressure off getting out of the active. I think we will do that, to be honest. Yeah, this feels fine. Because at least I'm guaranteeing the attack this way. So this just acts like a switch this turn. And we've got to try and like put pressure on this Porygon Z. So we got Noibat down. We can go and... So let's just quickly retreat to the Xurkitree. Two, 4, 6. So yeah, we've got that. That's good. So I reckon we'll drop both of these. Comms back. Noivern. Go and get Parasect. And drop Dazzle Blast. So we do get rid of his Porygon Z, which is huge in this matchup. So now he's got to get another Porygon Z up. We've got another Parasect as well. What I don't like about this board, say, is we don't have any other like bench spots free for a Dead change. We're fully committed to just Parasects, but having a 4-4 Parasect line doesn't sound too bad to me either. Does your evolution protect effects of attacks? I can't remember. I can't even think what your evolution is right now. It's been so long since I played it. I know it's a coin flippy deck, that to get the damage through. I actually want to look. We'll have one more game with this deck before we'll call it, but I actually just want to have a look. It's Whimsicott, that's right. So it's just the damage. Yeah, so the fact that we were very much about confusing, that wasn't going to be as big a issue. Yes, it's a bit sad that it's going to protect some damage, but it wasn't going to be as big a issue as it can sometimes be. So, alright, we'll hopefully get one really good match that goes right to the end. Right down to the wire. Win or loss, that's all we're after, is one really good match with the deck. I am fairly happy with how the deck feels in terms of setup. Like, it feels like it's setting up more consistently now in what I need to achieve with it. Because like I said, if you don't get... So this isn't a great hand. If you don't get double Paris down, you can be in a lot of trouble. We do not like seeing this. Not gonna lie. Heal cards. Heal is cheat. Wouldn't mind seeing a Xurkitree in the active here. We could run a Destructive Sound. See if we actually hit any item cards for a change. I don't think I've ever actually run a Destructive Sound and hit a thing up until now. How many stadiums do you reckon I need to protect here? I have no clue. Well, Cynthia, we're looking for another Paris, probably a Xurkitree as well. There's a Xurkitree. There's no Paris, that feels bad. We'll grab a Parasect out. Drop this. And for the moment, we'll just hold. And we'll Destructive Sound. What have you got? Oh, wow. How many cheat cards do you have? This is cheating. This is cheating. You're not allowed to cheat like that. You are actual cheating in this game. I'm in a lot of trouble here. I really am. I didn't really take note of what he truly had. Which is probably my mistake. In some ways I'm tempted to retreat to Xurkitree here. Maybe we'll get a switch to it. Because going to Xurkitree gives me a KO. I feel like that could be better. Get rid of the Vulpix. It loses the double NG. I know Cynthia. Maybe we'll find ourselves into a switch. It's unfortunate. We'll go and get ourselves another Paris. We've actually bricked up too. Got triple. I'm actually going to run a retreat play here. to make sure I get the KO. We'll drop the ringing bell and Xurkitree at the same time. Get rid of that Vulpix. Oh, that's a supporter. Draw spot. So we've got a Marnie here that we can put his couple of cheat cards to the bottom of the deck. That's unfortunate. It's going to have a ton of Fairy Engies. These are going to be really hard to KO. And I mean really hard. I do think I run a Marnie here. Drop the twin onto Noivern. The Koga's in hand is such like a good surprise play at some point. But I do think Marnie is how we're going to play this. So we'll Marnie out. Get another Paris down because we're going to need to maximize damage here. We really are. Got a research which feels fine. I think I want to shuffle the deck. So we'll get a Parasect out now. There's a chance I get that Koga's. And Koga's could be really good. This shuffles my hand by memory. There's so many reasons why this could be such a bad matchup for me. It's interesting, you might be sacrificing this, because I've got to get through 3 of these probably. That's most likely. You could be trying to tempt me into slapping with Noivern right now. So Noivern slaps for 140. I think I hold for the minute, honestly. Just Dazzle Blast. Force the retreat play here. If he wants to save this Guardian. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. So this will go 60, 120, plus 140. Maths works out. So we've got the KO here. I'm thinking I'll drop the triple on Noivern because I want to save the lightning for Xurkitree. Surely he knows that this goes down here. He's got to move those 3 off. And probably to this guy would be the best. Yeah. So he's going to go all in that way. No, he's going to hedge the bets. So he's going to lose these 2 Engies here. I lose my Noivern. I think I start setting up a second Noivern. How many lightning Engies do I have? I mean, I've got 3 lightning Engies left. But I lose this guy next no matter what. Keeping Liza... Liza feels so bad. I think this is a Professor's. Get rid of the triple because I've still got 2 other triples. I've got plenty of Engies in deck. So whack the lightning here. Let's just make sure those Engies are in deck first. 2 triples, 2 lightnings. Excuse me. 2 triples, 2 lightnings. So I don't have a ton of lightnings to go. This has to be right. Got my lightnings here. When comes back on the next turn. So resonance. Would have been great to get into that poker tool card again. So this is where I'm saying the earringing bell feels absolutely nuts in the right situation. So now he's got to get into his cheat cards, his heal cards. That's why I like that Noivern. You can see he just suddenly slaps. So the next move here is getting into the Xurkitree. I feel like we've probably got to thin the deck as hard as possible right now. We don't have any... Probably should have actually done something so I could switch. We're going to comms back. Are we dead-age changing here? I don't think we are. We'll save dead-age change because that gives me another out. So we'll go with the Noivern here. What do we want out of this? Kogas could be handy. Earringing Bell is absolute gold. We want to find ourselves a triple. That's really what we want. I think the Xurkitree has to go down as a backup option. I think we use the switch here. I really do. So we'll switch. So Earringing Bell is nuts. Triple's nuts. I think we've kind of got what we want just a minute. Keep in mind that we're possibly going to lose every card. So this is definitely an Electro power play. We'll go and get ourselves Dead-A just sitting in here. Because this 3NG shuffles their entire hand, the deck. Yep, so we want to do this. We want to maximize the number of supporters that we can find. So we've got plenty of outs. We don't have a guaranteed attack next turn, but that's unfortunate. But oh well, we're doing the best that we can. Dazzle Blast. Now he needs one of his cheat cards. It forces him to have it, and I know that I put it down the bottom of his deck ages ago. He's got the switch, and he's got the retreat. So he's able to get off his attack. Does he have one of his heals, one of his Pokemon Center Ladies? Because if he attacks in here, it puts him confused. That's 120 damage on. He's just living through that. He is just living through that. I mean, we thinned as hard as we can. I think this is his best play. He's going to go with a Fairy Song. That's game. That's game right there. Because we can slap. It's what we love about triples. They can come completely out of nowhere. And suddenly we are slapping. Boom. Oh, he's not confused. Oh, that was a misplay. Ha. Ha! Oops. My bad. My bad. I just cost myself the game. Pokemon Center Ladies. Oops. I got too excited. I forgot that he ran the retreat. Oops, my bad. We do have setup. We gave him a huge chance here, so we're going to have to set up another Noivern. We've only got one more triple. We don't have any draw as such. He's going back to this guy as his backup attacker. We're hitting for 20 plus an extra 6. We're home anyway. We misplayed, but we're home anyway. Never punished. I got super excited because I just wanted to slap really hard, but oh well. We're there. We don't have to do anything, do we? Hit 80, yeah. So we're good. Dazzle Blast. Boom. And let the Parasects do the rest. That was a massive misplay to finish. Ah well. Not punished in the slightest. But yeah, there is the deck. So, at the moment when this finishes, let's talk about the deck a little bit and things that I'm still umming and erring over. In terms of rating the deck, oh come on Pokemon. It's just like spamming trying to get back into this. So in terms of the deck, it does need to set up as quickly as possible. So you need to make sure that you're getting as many Parases down as quickly as you can, because that's your damage ramp. If you can't get that up and going, you can be in a lot of trouble. So I've sacrificed a lot of different other things that I used to have in this deck. This is about the 3rd or 4th iteration of the deck. I did some massive overhauls with it as well. But you need to sacrifice things to be able to get your Parasects out. So that's the reason why we're running 2 netballs. Even though they sort of become dead cards after the early game, we need to get set up, because otherwise you don't get to the late game. So the Electro Powers, we sacrificed it down to 3 for a similar sort of reason. We need to get set up. The things, you can see Earring Bell can be absolutely insane, so I do like it as a 2-of, but you could possibly think about going to a 1-of, because it's not used in every single matchup, so that's something to consider. But it certainly is handy, and certainly wouldn't blame you running a 2-of it. The other thing that I'd consider is maybe a rod of some kind to be able to bring Pokemon out, because we literally have 6 attackers for the game. That's about it. I mean, I guess we could technically charge up a Dead, but yeah, we don't have really any other options if we start throwing things away. So yeah, that is the deck. That's sort of how it plays. It's a lot of fun. It's not going to compete against your tier 1 decks or anything like that, but it certainly is a lot of fun to play. An absolute blast, and make the most of this while we can, because we're losing all these guys. So, you know, your Parasects, I'm going to miss. I think Parasect of these guys is what I'm going to miss the most. He's so versatile and fit in so many different decks. So, but yeah, we're going to lose Noivern. They can slap pretty hard when you play him right and don't misplay like I just did. And Xurkitree, just such an efficient basic attacker. So I hope you really enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button. Until the next one, I'll catch you later.